The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
You're having a conversation in bad faith. Did you say women are children? Did you say women are children? No.
Do you get every bad bitch the same way, my nigga?
No.
All right then. So that shit's irrelevant. It's moot.
But most men nowadays don't want to be a protector and a provider. Most men don't want to be a leader.
So you know that you're here because of your father? Because men determine the sex of the baby? Did you know that?
You wasn't putting it down mentally. You don't know how to touch her without touching her. You wasn't putting it down sexually, and you wasn't putting it down financially. So yes.
It's not that she's so awesome and intelligent and everybody missed out and you just so happen to walk up on a flower. Yeah, she's lying to you. Right.
But these women saw you. When these women saw you, she already wanted you before you even open your mouth. Like Ali said, you didn't convince her to nothing. There's the male.
It's time to do.
Friends, welcome to a special edition of the Super Panel. I hope you guys had a great week. Just before we start the show, I just want to make sure we do a little bit of housekeeping. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., Saturday SmackDown. Don Quish is going to debate Mr. Fantastic. Okay, it's going to be fun. And on Sunday, we're going to get the legend Tommy Sotomayor in the building. Ladies first, the infamous ladies first. Feldy Berry, the most beautiful woman in the planet, couldn't keep her husband. Can you keep it? Yours? Okay. But today we have an incredible panel, a lot of big content creators and more to join the conversation soon. So before we start, I want to make sure I say hello to my guests. Pretty Intellectual is in the building. Thank you very much, Pretty, for being here. We have, of course, the infamous public offender is in the building. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. A returning friend of the show, Sarah, the Raging Tomato. And we have two big dogs in the building. Pearl doing her steps. Thank you very much for being here, Pearl. And of course, the Grinch himself, early before Christmas, Mr. Andrew Wilson is in the building. Thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome, bro. Thanks for having me.
Y'all can find every link of the content creators in the description. Andrew is going to get two of them because he extort me into making them, and I have no spine. So yes, two links and a towel. Okay. And sorry, I can't pronounce the ages, so it's hot towel. Friends, let's go to the show. First, icebreaker. I'm sorry because the person that suggested the icebreaker is not here. So I'm going to start with Pretty, and then we go from there. Pretty, do most. Oh, damn, another legend. Here we go. We are screwed today. Nobody's going to. Oh, oof. I'm be quiet, friend. I'm a moderator today.
Psych!
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025.
Angry Man is in the building. Thank you very much, Angry Man, for being here. Let's go to the first topic. Pretty, does the average man have options when it comes to the dating market? Okay. Does the average man has options when it comes to the dating market?
Yeah. I think the average man who has not bought into red pill rhetoric does have options when it comes to the dating market. If he understands society, he understands that women are equals. Yeah, he can definitely find somebody if he leans into having a personality and not being an absolute bore and an exhaustion. Yes, he has options. However, if that man has leaned into red pill rhetoric, he is readily making his desires unattainable for him. And what I mean by that is, if you think about it, if you are saying that the majority of women are masculine, right? And then you're saying that you want feminine, submissive, that's now a commodity, which means you need to pay top dollar for that. The average man doesn't have the money to pay for this thing that he has now made a commodity. So if he wants to lean into that kind of rhetoric, it is readily going to push him out of even being eligible to compete in the market. So no, he will not have any options.
Anyone wants to rebuttal this? If he doesn't,
yeah, isn't this just a false dichotomy? Didn't you just create a false dichotomy? You just like made up whatever you think red pill rhetoric is, and then said if you believe that, then X bad thing will happen. Like, why don't, when we were talking about options, let's just start with good options. The average guy, what would be a woman who you think would be a good option for the average guy? What would that look like?
You're asking me? I'm
asking you. Yeah.
Me?
I know you're asking me. I don't need you to repeat yourself.
But I just did. So
you don't
answer the fucking question,
you don't
please?
Need to, and I will not.
No, I didn't think so. You're just going to open your eyes real wide, just not answer the fucking question?
You are. We're already starting off on a bad note.
I think you are. Answer the fucking question, lady.
I'm not going to answer anything from you.
Answer the fucking question. Answer the fucking question.
That is what's not about to happen.
Okay, well then. Then shut the fuck
up. One second, Pretty. I will ask the question. Okay, is me?
I'm good.
No.
Yeah, she's good. Let her shut up. She's just
Andrew. 1 second. Is me asking the question.
I'm not dealing with male man yelling at me. That's what's not going to happen.
So this is what I'm going to say, Pretty. It's me. I'm talking to you. Ignore the Grinch in the room, okay? Like what will be like if you're looking at what the man can get, like what will be like a decent woman? Like what would she do for the man? How does she look? Like what would be a decent woman?
A woman in his proximity who's interested in him and he's interested in her.
That doesn't answer the question. What is it? What is a
good
woman?
I wasn't meaning to answer your question.
So you're just not going to participate at all because you're upsetty spaghetti? You're just upsetty spaghetti? Are you just going to be upsetty spaghetti for the rest of the night?
I did not answer your question.
1 second, please. Hey, 1 second. If we're going to blow up the panel,
spaghetti.
If we're going to blow up the panel on the first second of the show, there's no need for us to be told. What would be the qualities of said woman, Pretty? Like let's do these, right?
My gender just disappoints me every time. It's like, you guys make me more sexist every day. Why are you here? Answer the question.
The sun is disappointing you too.
Like, I don't understand. You brought up the topic.
Yeah, it's a disappointment
Answer
for
the
you.
question.
Yeah, the sun is disappointing you as well.
Hey, public.
Just that red rouge on your cheek, sweetheart. That's pretty disappointing too.
Hey, public, since you are public, since you are very close, like what would you define as a decent man for a woman? Can you help us with that?
Yeah, a decent man for a woman.
Yes.
I mean, I think the qualities that people want in each other are similar for the most part. You know, honest, intentional, consistent, have integrity, present. Typical, you know what I mean? Like, you know what it is. Same thing you want for a friend, same thing you want for a partner. It's the same thing.
What about like not fat? Can that be the bare minimum?
You don't want a fat man, then yeah, you can choose not a fat man. But
I meant for the women. You know, we'll go fatter if they're funny or rich or something. You don't think men want fat women?
Yeah, I think a lot of men like fat women.
Let me unlock these real quick. Angry man, can you define what matter?
Most men are fat.
Yeah, but we're not talking about men right now. We're talking about women.
I don't know about in the world.
I
know in the West. I know a lot of people like to talk about the West. In these countries where they make bread readily available every fucking where you go, yeah, most men are fat. So who are they to judge?
You mean like the Roman Legion, who basically operated on bread? They were a bunch of fatties, weren't they?
Who?
The Roman Legion.
Who gives a fuck about Rome?
Well, I don't know. Just like the epitome of good men's health. They made statues. They all look like they were in shape, right? I mean, they're all operating on bread. That was their daily stipend.
Just because you want to fuck a Roman don't mean shit to me.
Well, it's not saying anything to contend with anything. Just because you want to fuck a Roman don't mean shit to me. Answer the question, you fuck. Answer the question.
You look like a Roman man. Since you like Roman men so much, you a fat fuck. You got a big ass belly.
You got a gap in your teeth that's this fucking wide. The gap in your teeth is as wide as the gaps in our IQ.
80% of his face covered up.
The gap in your teeth is as wide as the gaps in our IQ, sir.
Shut your weird ass up. You ain't that. You ain't. I ain't.
I ain't you.
Yo, chill out. Let's have one mic, please.
This motherfucker got on a hat.
Make my job easier.
I don't understand why you guys can't respond to arguments.
No, don't please. Again, we're fighting on the first minute. I'll leave it alone, and we'll fight for the whole show.
I thought we wasn't muting. It's a mutiny or not?
I didn't know. I didn't mute nobody. When you click, it's the button. 1 second. It's the button. When you click on the video, everybody gets muted. I don't mute nobody. I want the conversation to be had. Angry man, please. Can you define what a decent woman is, like the bare minimum of what a decent woman is, so we can continue the conversation, please? That will be great.
Bare minimum would be attractive, loyal, submissive, the ability to raise children, the ability to cook and clean. That's bare minimum.
Pretty and public. Do you think this woman is widely available, or you think this is a woman that very few men get?
I think that's widely available. That's bare minimum. That's
what about you? I
disagree. Support yourself, cook, clean, take care of yourself, brush your teeth.
I disagree.
Panel don't do. Like, I mean, it's literally like it's bare minimum.
I disagree. That's not widely.
Hold on, brother. Men out here not wiping their assholes.
That's not widely available.
You can't find a woman that cook and clean. You can't find a man that wipe his asshole. You can't find men that scrub the bottom of their feet and wash the bottom.
How do you know that men don't?
Yeah, but the difference
cooks and cleans. Who taught you how to cook and clean? You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how y'all just don't be the shit.
How do you know that men don't have? How do you know that men don't have? Let me ask you something. How do you know that men don't have clean assholes? Are you spreading their cheeks and verify them, all of them, one at a time?
I'll tell you why. Multiple reasons why.
Yes.
Kevin Samuels, one of y'all leaders, one of your thought leaders, that's worm food, got on the internet for like a year before he turned into the Kevin Samuels that we all know and hated and some of y'all love. He got on the internet for a year and taught men that they need to start washing their ass, wiping their ass, wearing cologne, making their bed. He literally got online and was like, "Men, y'all don't got y'all shit together. Y'all dirty, y'all bums, y'all don't clean underneath your fingernails." That's what he did. That's number one. That's one example. So ask well, you can't ask him.
Okay, but him saying that doesn't prove that men aren't doing that.
Why would he make a whole channel dedicated to telling men to wipe their ass?
Because his entire brand, because his entire brand was about male image at first. It was about
so if somebody makes a channel and the channel says black people are really stupid, then we should just assume that that's true because the guy made a channel about it. Should we just assume that?
Oh no!
Like, you see how stupid your logic is, dude? Makes no sense.
That's as dumb as that black hat you got.
So public defender. Let me ask you a question.
Why is it
just appeal to some guy who had a channel? Okay, bro. As long as we can appeal to a guy who had a channel once, it's all good.
You ain't even got on an American flag or nothing on it. Just a black hat.
Why do I need to have an American flag on my hat?
Like, who are you hiding from?
Am I not stylish enough for you? Do I need the new Nikes to be stylish enough for you, sir? Like, what do I need to do?
You should. Get you
Okay, you tell me. Should I wear what? FUBUs? I don't know. What the fuck am I supposed to wear that will impress you?
Let's get Angry Man real quick, and I know, Andrew, you're trying to make a point.
It's a good point.
Trying to make a point. He's trying to raise haters.
Not one set. Yeah, it's race. You're race baiting, Andrew. And I'll don't do that.
It's not even race baiting. It's just pointing out.
It's a multi.
Let me respond here for 1 second. Let me just respond so that you guys can understand the position. I'm using the extreme portion of the logic so that you'll understand how silly the position is. That this guy thinks men don't clean their ass because guy on internet who had channel who said they don't. I can make the same argument for anything on planet Earth, including saying black people are dumb because guy made channel that said that. Do you see how dumb that is? It's just dumb.
Let me ask a question, please. Let me ask a question, public. 1 second. Let me ask a question.
No, you can't. You're not letting me respond to this, man.
Hey, public. 1 second. I got you. Okay, I pass you the microphone. I just want to ask a question. Andrew, you're totally right. If you were on a Viking channel, would you be talking about FUBU, or are you going out of your way to do like some black type of like statement so everybody understands? Like, do that?
Yeah, I'm using the extreme point of the logic to demonstrate the point.
Yes. So when was
I
the last
can
time
never accept that the other direction.
I accept it. I already accepted. My question is, when was the last time you used the FUBU argument? Like, when was the last time you said FUBU? Actually.
Yeah, I would tailor the argument and the rhetoric towards the person that I'm talking to who's making the insults my way.
I don't even fucking wear FUBU.
Thank you very much.
Sorry when it came out, and it's still sorry. But I want to real quick.
I didn't even know it was a real thing. Somebody had to tell me.
I want to make a point. Hold on. I want to say something real quick to what he said. This is what I'm saying. When you talk to people that don't understand logic and they just use the word, it's hilarious to me. The logic here wouldn't be that he had a channel where he just said stuff. The logic would be the amount of men that gravitated towards his message, which would prove that there was a bunch of men out here with unclean asses. Andrew.
I see. So to respond to this argument,
Andrew, be quiet. Listen, logical man.
Okay, but when are you going to stop talking so I can address the point?
It's the same thing. If I were to say, let me use another part of your stupid ass fucking logic.
I can't wait.
So let's use your racist white channel like that. You would probably like run. Like it would be like a channel with a dude that
let him finish, bro.
Like black people are stupid, right?
I'll be waiting the rest of my life.
The logic would be
let him finish, please. Let him finish, please.
That were on that channel and they were watching it. I could logically assume that a bunch of white people are fucking racist. That would be the logic, right?
So let me get this right. Yeah, let me respond now.
And then there was a page.
Okay, am I allowed to respond?
Members, millions of people who subscribed to the page that were white and were racist, and they liked the racist white.
We're being discriminated against.
I don't know if he's ever going to let me respond here.
Can you guys let him finish, please?
Men have a hard time washing their
Can you guys let him finish, please, so y'all can respond, please? Because when you're talking,
well, how long does it take him to finish, bro?
He's going to land the plane, and then you guys got it. Stop behaving like kindergarten. Stop behaving like kindergartens, please. Stop behaving like kindergartens, please. If you don't have respect for us, just say it, please. Like if we went on your shows, we wouldn't be
I
interrupting.
don't know. Usually, a moderator makes a person you make one point at a time. The other person responds to the point.
And you did a bunch of, you did 3 at the time. You
No,
said
I did 1 point. One.
1 point and
One
used
point.
every example. So he has right to actually give 1 point
Yeah,
to every
got his
example.
point. Can I respond to it now?
Let him finish, please. and then
Okay,
you
he's
can
just going to say the same thing, but go ahead.
I'm done. He
Go
got
ahead.
it. No, I'm done. I wasn't gonna say the same thing. I'm not
Okay, so
fucking
yeah,
with
this is super easy. So no, the logical entailment that you have is incorrect. If it was the case, indeed, that you said, "Oh, Kevin Samuels says men don't wash their asses, and millions of men subscribe to it, therefore true," then that would mean if you had a challenge that said black people are stupid, million men subscribe to it. Ipso facto, that would also be true using your line of logic. By the way, I can demonstrate you don't know shit about logic. I'll do it really simple, and you'll never answer this question because you can't. If you know a single thing about logic, just tell me the 3 laws of logic. What are they? Huh?
You're muted.
What are the 3 laws of logic? What are they? What are the 3 laws? You're muted, bro. What are the 3 laws of logic? Answer the question, please.
Oh, you were really expecting me to answer your dumb?
Yeah, because you can't. You can't. You don't know anything about
There's
logic. Just sit
law-
there.
There's
Just
the
sit there.
law of identity. There's the law of non-contradiction.
Wait, can he do the last one?
And then there's the law of excluded middle.
Oh my
Law of
God! Even
identity
name them.
law of identity is like this thing is this. Law of non-contradiction is like that can absolute like an apple can't be an orange, right? And then you have the excluded middle, which means there is no gray area, and it either is or it isn't.
Yeah,
that's
well, close.
that's
A
your
contradiction would be P and not P. What you referenced there was the law of identity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but we should ask our logician friend here. He's a genius. If anybody knew anything about logic, like the guy can't name the 3 laws of logic, they would know that.
Yeah, what is the use in naming the 3 laws of logic? Like for you, for an example, when you aren't logical,
because
like,
you're
what is
basically
because
you're creating.
You know the definition of a
explain
word.
why.
Or, hold on. Knowing the concept, right, of something and being able to exhibit it is more important than understanding or just being able to regurgitate a definition.
I actually agree.
So you just say, I know, but you don't follow that though, because you're not logical.
Okay, so let's
because what you just said didn't refute what I was saying.
Yeah, it
you
did.
just changed, you just pivoted and you moved it to something else.
No, it's no. I was testing the consistency.
Hold on. I'll tell you again one more time.
Okay.
Slow it down for you.
I'll slow it
The
down.
logic is the point that I was making was that men don't wipe their asses.
Uh-huh.
And he said, well, how do you know that? And
Right.
I said, because there was a channel that was created where a man was teaching men that they need to wipe their ass.
Great.
That was not the sum total of his channel.
No, let him finish. Let him finish. I want to hear the rest. I want to hear the rest. Hang on, we're almost done.
Logically, that would conclude that obviously a lot of men don't wipe their fucking asses. That's
Okay.
not logical.
No. They could also no. Let's walk through the logic so that you understand.
Oh, you're so disingenuous.
If I had a channel that said, "Oh, lots and lots of black people can't be dads," and lots of people subscribe to it, would that make it true? Would that literally make it true because lots and lots of people subscribe to it?
That's a different debate.
It's the same shit, bro.
Discussion.
It's the same exact logical entailment. Here, I'll explain how. Let me hang on, bro. Let me explain how. When you say X, right, you're talking about an X and an entailment of Y. So for you, X is man go to channel. If there's millions of subscribers, therefore X must be true. Men, therefore, must need to know how to wipe their asses because otherwise, why would a guy be around to teach him how to? Got it. Makes total sense. But the same fucking thing would apply if you had a channel that said, I think black people dumb, right? And a bunch of people subscribed to it and said, oh, yeah, that's true. Then it must also be. It's the same fucking logic. It's an entailment of X. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know logic. I don't know logic.
The definition.
Hey, public, you are wrong. You are wrong because of public. You are wrong because of
I
this,
appreciate
right?
that.
No, but you are wrong because of this. Let me explain to you. Are right. For example, first of all, Kevin Samuels is an image consultant. He has to talk about those shit. That's the first one. Like this is literally his job to talk about hygiene, how men groom themselves, how men dress, and all that. And the second part, which is the most important, Shira 7 kept talking about woman hygiene too. Doesn't mean that women are dirty. Shira 7 is one of these women that everybody watches. And for you, I'm not ever going to say most women are dirty, because there was a woman on the internet tell women how many times they should change their tampon per week and how they should
I'll say women
wear.
are dirty because
Like
like a third of them have STDs.
I wouldn't do that. So like the same way that doesn't prove that men are dirty. I don't think Shiras haven't given women out to actually take care of their hygiene. That doesn't make them dirty either. So what is your point exactly? Like, why are you saying that?
Because what you just said is made. I don't watch Share 7 that much. I don't know how much you do.
So why are you fighting me on information you don't have?
I've never heard her say that, so I can't.
Because you literally said I don't watch it that much. Why are you fighting me on information that you don't have? Public, how are you starting your message saying no? Public, how are you starting your message saying this? I don't follow her or don't watch her content like that, but I never saw her doing that. If I don't watch the Power Rangers, I don't know the color of them because I don't watch them. Why are you refuting that? Just accept it.
I didn't refute it. I literally just said I was about to say I can't argue against what she said in that instance because I never saw her say it. That's what I was saying.
Is the average man dirty?
Yes.
If the average woman dirty?
No.
Have you ever walked in the end of a shift
but
and smell a restroom?
By this logic, there are countless YouTube channels that say black women are the worst women on the planet. By your logic, public defender, that would mean black women are the worst women on the planet.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
You and Andrew both are saying the same stupid thing. My point would be if I were trying to prove that a bunch of black men or men believed that. Listen to what I'm saying. If I were trying to prove that there was a bunch of black men who believed what you just said to be true about black women, and you said, why do you think that? And I said, well, there's a bunch of channels on here that talk crazy about black women, which there are, and a bunch of black men subscribe to those channels. Therefore, I can conclude that that black men believe what's happening on these channels.
Many people have come to this conclusion because of those same channels.
Let me respond to him real quick.
Let me get one second, Brian. 1 second. Let me get Angry Man on the call, please.
Let me respond. Let me respond to what he's saying real quick. So basically, what your line of logic is, what your line of logic is that if Kevin Samuels does a channel where he's telling men they need to wipe their ass because that men, the group he's targeting, subscribes, that means that they don't know how to wipe their ass. But like I said, by that same logic, the channels that talk about black women like that have black women that subscribe to those channels as well. So are you saying that the black women that subscribe to those channels believe themselves to be raggedy women?
Yes, and that happens. It's not an absolute. Logically, there's no absolute. There's not like every black woman doesn't think the same. So obviously there are some self-hating black women, like there's some self-hating black men.
Bro, here's the thing. If a guy makes a channel about working on cars, just because he specifically talks about fixing a transmission that day doesn't mean that everybody that subscribed has a broken transmission. That what you're saying isn't logical, bro. It's not.
That wasn't logical. That's why y'all need to stop practicing analogies on these lives. Because what the fuck does that have to do with anything? That was dumb as fuck. That's not the same thing. That is not a one-to-one.
It's absolutely the same thing.
It's not a one-to-one, bro.
I think what public offender's trying to say is that if there's a market out there for a particular talking piece, then people tend to flock to it. It's not that he's not saying, I don't think it's agreeable to say that men don't know how to wipe their asses.
But does it prove the talking piece?
I don't think it proves it. What I'm saying is if there's a market out there for that, that's where they flock. It doesn't mean that it means men don't know how to wipe their asses. And why are we still talking about this?
I don't know, because
I can tell you why.
Wait. The whole reason we're talking about this. The whole reason we're talking about this.
They asked me to prove it, and I just gave them an example. How the fuck do you prove that men don't wipe their ass, though? That's what I'm saying. It's stupid to begin with.
Then why would you make the statement then?
Wait, this is what happened. What happened was Fatty asked me a question about the bare minimum for a good woman. The moment I said cooking and cleaning You got triggered, public defender. That's why you had to talk about black men not being able to wipe their men in general not being able to wipe their ass, because you got offended by the freaking point of them needing to cook and clean. Because what I was gonna say after that, before you interrupted me, was no, there isn't a lot of women out here nowadays that cook and clean or want to cook and clean.
So the whole reason why black has entered the conversation is because there's a racist on the panel.
Who?
He did not bring up black. Public did not bring up black. Black was brought up by Andrew.
So
right? The word black was not brought up.
Would that prove that I was racist?
It stated that men.
Yeah.
But you're going to skirt over that part and bring up an example about black women in a conversation that is not about
I didn't bring up black women.
I'm not talking to you, dude. I've already said I'm not talking to you. I'm speaking to Angry Man.
Oh.
So anyways, that is the
You're just
whole
referencing
reason
me.
why that has entered the conversation. So don't tell him that's not what he said.
I would disagree. The reason black came up in the conversation is because he brought up Kevin Samuels. A large portion of his demographic is black men. That's another reason it was brought up. You brought up Kevin Samuels.
No. You see, it was only brought up because Andrew's an evil racist because he said the word black.
No, I disagree with Pretty a little bit. I think that Angry Man brought up black women because he hates black women.
He did bring up black women.
I brought up
black women. Y'all can't wait to talk bad about
that. Bring up black women.
I brought up black women. Bro, check this out. I brought up black women as an example, okay? Mark Lamont Hill already got that job, bro. Fall back.
Got what job?
The job you're trying to do right now.
I think the racism commentary is particularly directed from Pretty to Andrew because he utilized the argument back to public offender, I believe it was, regarding, if there was a channel that all black people are stupid, then XYZ, right? And he wasn't saying that from the beatings of his heart. He was saying that as a logical example in an argument to kick back as something that's very far and extreme.
I can't be racist. I have a black ex-wife.
Hold on real quick. And if we're gonna make hold on. I haven't spoke yet. And if we're gonna go to that extreme, then you should have addressed public offender for being a sexist, for saying that men don't wipe their ass. Pretty intellectual. If we're going to be consistent, if we're going to talk about racists, if we're going to talk about sexist, if we're going to talk about homophobes, if we're going to have a show,
we know you want to defend the white team.
I'm not going to. You can't be sexist towards men.
Right. Let me finish.
That's impossible.
If he can say that men don't wipe their ass, which he can't even substantiate that, then that's being sexist. And say if we said about women, we're being misogynistic. If we say something about what women don't do. So if he's saying something about men, then you have to acknowledge the fact. If you're going to acknowledge someone's being racist, then we have to acknowledge somebody's being a sexist.
I said black was brought into the conversation because we have a racist.
No, we're making it. We have no. Hold on. Everybody on this panel. Hold on, real quick.
Who's the racist?
Everybody, before we go.
Am I the racist, Pretty?
Hold on, real quick.
Is it me? Were you talking about me?
Andrew, please hold on, please. We let the show go on as long as possible in this state, right? Let's get back on the topic. Let's not make it racist. Let's not make it sexist. Let's not make it misogynist, all these things. Let's have a discussion. If you agree and disagree, let's stand it on that. Like prove your arguments and let's stay there.
And I want to actually redirect the conversation. Lady Chen, is the average man dirty? Does the average man knows how to take care of his hygiene? And after that, we go to the woman. Go ahead, Lady Chen. What do you think?
I would assume so.
You would assume that the average man is doesn't know how to take care of his hygiene.
No, I would assume that he's clean. So, yeah.
What about the average woman? Do you agree? Like with Angry Man,
what regards in clean? Like meaning just grooming?
No, they know how to take care of their hygiene because that was public offender statement saying that they don't even know how to wipe their ass. Do you think
most men don't wipe their ass, Lady Chan? Have you dealt with men and while you were dealing with them, they had doo-doo in their drawers? Like, damn, you don't wipe your ass. Have you come across that majority of men you dealt with? No. And when you went to go wash their clothes, did you see skid marks on their dirty drawers and doo-doo marks and go, damn, black men don't wipe their ass? Does that happen? And Sarah, the man you dealt with, we like, damn, them some shit in them drawers. Like, did you come across that?
No shit in the jaws.
Let's have a genuine
conversation. Shit in the jaws.
Come on, public. We've been spending. It's almost 30 minutes talking about doo-doo and draws, man.
I told you because I brought up women cooking and cleaning, and he lost his shit. That's where it came from.
And do you guys, and especially I want to ask Pretty, do you really think that most women are what Angry Man described, like know how to cook, know how to clean, are loyal? Like, you believe that most women
I
are
don't know
that?
if he said loyal. I think he said cooking and cleaning. So
I did say loyal. I said loyal.
He actually did more, and this is my point, right?
All right. Okay. Let me answer your question.
Go ahead.
How you gonna have a point before I answer? Anyway, yes, I do believe the majority of women know how to cook. They know how to clean. They do know how to take care of themselves, because the majority of women do not get, or the average age women get married is 28, and most people leave their homes when they become an adult. So that means that was a full decade of living by yourself and needing to be in the world where you need to cook and you need to clean your house. So I do believe the majority of women know how to clean their house. In addition, because women have been conditioned to desire men, their company as a whole, to be male-centered as a social construct, yeah, a lot of women are loyal to those men, even when the men don't deserve it. So yes, I do believe that is the majority of women.
Loads of women don't know how to. This era of women, they can't cook. Listen, do you know how many men? Yeah, right. That I hear that telling me, girls can't cook, women can't cook, they can't. Stop. That's the previous era that could cook. That was down for cooking and cleaning. This era, no.
Do you think can't and won't are the same, Lady
Shan?
Lady Shan, do you believe can't and won't are the same?
The entire name, like pretty intellectual. Lady Shan. Go ahead, repeat that. Pretty intellectual.
Thank you. Do you believe can't and won't are the same?
No, clearly they're not. They're two different words.
Right. So won't cook for a man. So won't cook for a man.
Like I was saying,
men have reported back that they don't.
And your microphone gets drowned out. And 1 second, please. Your microphone. Your microphone gets drowned out when she's.
My point.
Your microphone gets drawn out when she's talking. Let her ask the question. No, it's not about turning up. He gets drawn out. Let her finish the question, then you got it.
Yeah,
go ahead, Pretty. Make your statement.
Candles going. It's bedtime. Anyway, so do you believe that the majority of not do you believe? Because a woman decides that she does not have to cook for a man, she does not have to perform for a man when she's dating those men, it does not mean the woman does not have the ability to do so. More women are saying, I do not wish to perform for men. It doesn't mean she does not know how to. So Angry Man's question was, do they know how? Not will they do it for you? It's do they know how to cook and clean? In which I said majority do. Yes, it does not mean the majority is going to do it for you.
And my answer still stays. The majority of them don't know how to cook and don't know. Them don't.
Yeah, I agree with Lady Shan. Like, if you look at the culture, a lot of women, modern women, they view that as demeaning. They view having to cook and clean and do all of the things that their mothers or their grandmothers did as demeaning. Some even consider it slavery. So there are women that will say, I won't, but really they can't because they don't know how. They can't boil water.
I might be setting myself up, but do you guys think that the average modern man knows how to build a house with his bare hands?
No, but he knows how to cook.
But cooking is a woman's job according to the patriarchy, correct?
No, cooking.
So we're doing gender roles because
no,
right?
Oh my God. No,
if we're doing gender roles, I just want to go gender role for gender role.
The best. If woman, can you let me answer the question? If woman job according to the patriarchy was cooking, most of Michelin chefs wouldn't be men. Like on the top 30 Michelin, the best cooks in the planet are men. So 1 second. So 1 second, please. 1 second. So we transition.
You're gonna be the moderator. You ain't moderating that much.
Can I run my own show? Like, why are you guys acting up? No. Every time that y'all came here, y'all play y'all position. All of a sudden, y'all came crazy. Why? Today. Can we have a conversation? Can we have a conversation, public offender?
Can we?
Okay. So what I'm saying is that most roles are democratized now. Like men know how to cook and clean, women go to work. Like the functions of both of genders actually meshed up. Like y'all keep saying that women now work more and do those things and do this and do that. The same way women now know how to make money, have credit cards, houses, and all that. Men started to do things that were traditionally feminine.
But Fatty,
So,
it's a false equivalency. He's comparing building a house to cooking up a pan
to
of
survival
hamburger
skills.
helper. It's ridiculous.
How many hours does it take you to build a house, Angry Man?
It's not a gender public. That's not a gender role. No, building a house, public offender. We're not gonna public. There's twice you about to do this. First, we was wiping ass.
Can't have a conversation.
No, hold on, brother. No, brother. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Public. Let's have a genuine conversation.
You want me here or not?
No. First, we were wiping ass. A man building a house is not a gender role. Come on.
Let me ask the question, Ali. You not even letting the question get asked.
We already
go ahead. What is the question?
Ask the question. You don't even
Go
know
ahead.
what's about to happen. Let me ask
Go
the
ahead.
question. So the question again, how many hours? If you just, I'm just guesstimate. You ain't got to be right or wrong. I'm not trying to lock you in or nothing. I'm being real. How many hours do you think it takes to build a 2,000 square foot, a 1,500 square foot house?
Up to code? Up to code or not up to code?
I don't, either one. Whatever one you want to do.
No, I mean not up to code. It would probably only take a few days if you had all the materials. If it's
Okay,
up
let's
to
go up
code,
to code because we want you to be able
well,
to.
I mean, if it was up to code and I had to do it by hand, let's
Oh,
say
no. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Andrew.
So
I wanna
public
be-
defender.
again, you have all the tools and everything modern. You have all of that, right? But you have to build it yourself, right? I'm asking you.
For
how
me, it would
long-
probably take me, if it was all up to code, it would probably take me somewhere 6 to 8 weeks, I would guess. If
Okay,
it was
cool. Let's
2,000
say-
square feet, it was
let's go
all up
low
to
end.
code. And I
Let's
had
go low
all
end.
the materials and all the tools and all the crew.
Yeah, five. That's 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, roughly, right? So you're talking about 40 hours times 6, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I'm
cool.
not a builder, but I think
If you're
I think
getting
we
ready
got
to
6 to 8
compare
weeks.
this,
Yeah.
if you're
That's what I mean.
getting
I'm not
ready to
trying to-
compare this to how often
I'm
a
not
woman
trying
has
to
to
track
cook, which is every
anybody.
day.
No, I understand. I understand the question.
asking a
I'm
real
happy to
question.
answer it. Yeah, probably 6 to 8 weeks for me to do it.
Okay, so we talking what? 240 hours, right? Does that sound right?
Something like that, sure.
Okay, cool. So we're talking about 240 hours to build a home. Okay, how many hours do you think a person spends? I don't know, in a lifetime cooking.
I knew this is where he was going with it.
Is it over 240 hours or is it less than 240? If you have to guess,
Probably the
Just
same
out of
amount.
You mean
Probably
based
less
on the
time,
averages of person?
Probably less time than it takes for the man to
Well,
work.
hang on. I'm sorry. Do men only build one house?
You know, listen to what I'm saying. Yes,
All right.
you only built the one house you live in because most people build a house and they live in it. They don't build.
Most people
5
don't build a house and then
build
live
a
in it.
house
No, that's
and
incorrect.
live in the house.
No, most
That's
people
what
don't build a
people
house and then live in it. That's incorrect.
No,
in
hold on.
2025,
Hold
in
on.
2025.
No, hold on. We're not about to hold on.
They built a house and they lived
hold
in it.
on. This is a bad argument again. If you live with
It's a
yourself,
bad
you don't have to
argument
cook.
because it
Let me
blows up y'all dumbass
Let me
point.
finish. No, it's
No, it
you know
doesn't.
what? No, can I finish, y'all, please? It's a disingenuous argument because when a woman wants a man to cook, she'll say everybody should learn how to cook. But once she has to cook for a man, she's a slave or a maid. If she's single, she's cooking for herself. She's just being an adult. So it's nothing wrong with adding an extra plate and making seeing as barbaric if I'm asking a woman to cook in a house, especially if I'm providing. You keep making these disingenuous arguments that are not relevant to the conversation, nor is it you're equating cooking to building a house, but that's not a gender role. So if a woman cooking is too difficult to be with a man, why is it okay to cook for herself or cook for her children? It's only when she has to cook for a man where it becomes problematic and public offender, you start fighting over it. If she can cook for herself as an adult and a single woman, and she's strong and independent, it should be no problem to cook for a man that loves her and providing for her.
Yeah, I think I'm just talking about hours.
Can you address what I just? Can you address what I just?
Hold on. I am.
Public.
I'm going to address what you're saying.
It's
You
fine.
literally
It's fine.
won't
I'll
let me
let him
talk.
do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So again, the point isn't can a woman just add on another plate, because to do that, it takes more labor. Whether you acknowledge that or not, it's hilarious. To cook more food takes more time.
No, it
takes
doesn't.
More prep time.
No,
it
it
literally
doesn't.
does. If you
No,
got,
it doesn't.
if you only got to cut a half an onion and you got to
It
cut a
does
whole
not.
onion,
Hey,
it takes
hey,
double
watch
the
this.
amount of
Hey,
time.
hold on. Hey,
You
Public
can't
man,
defender, can I
hold
ask a
on.
question,
It does
Fatty?
not.
Hey, go ahead.
Go ahead. Y'all don't like to hear.
Do you
Y'all don't like to
find
hear.
it to be kind of like a tit for tat in terms of a relationship and gender roles? Like it's always going to be tit for tat. You do this, I do that, and it has to equalize precisely on the point. Is that your belief?
No. I'm saying I don't believe in gender roles. I'm using the gender role argument and the modern woman argument because remember, we got here because the whole thing was the women nowadays don't know how to cook. And I'm like, okay, cool. So if we're going by the gender roles that women should know how to cook and women should cook and clean for their man, then what do men do, modern men do today that traditional men used to do?
Yes.
And I just
Okay,
thought of one.
but public defender.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Men used to build houses? Hang on. Let me respond. Hang on. I haven't said a word. Let me respond to this. So the absurdity of your argument is like, if you're talking about traditional gender roles, yeah, that's great. You're right on the house building thing. Men used to build a lot of houses, and guess what? They still build all the houses. That's why if you look at the construction industry, it's 99%, 98% men. But when you're talking about cooking, right, the reason, and by the way, it wasn't mostly women who did cooking, it was just mostly women who stayed at home who did cooking. That's why it's considered a traditional family role. It's part of the whole child rearing aspect. That's the whole point of it.
The way that you're just making stuff up is hilarious.
Which thing do you think I'm making up?
Women do and still to this day in a relationship, even in 2025, all the modern shit y'all talking about, women still do cook more than men.
Do you know why
Women
that is,
still
though?
do more labor in the home than men.
No,
I know
wait.
why, Andrew. I
Why?
know why.
Why?
Secondly, because
Why?
most of the time in a relationship, the woman works outside the home less than the man.
Oh, I got it. So she has additional duties. Oh, gee, I'm so fucking confused. I didn't know that.
Hold on, brother. I'm not a liar, so I'll tell the truth. Secondly, your whole premise around why men build homes is stupid because the reason why women aren't in construction at a higher rate, I won't say at the same rate as men, but at a higher rate, is because men lock them out. That's like saying
when did they lock them out?
They have no desire.
Hang on. Let me engage with the argument. Hang on, before you guys all cut in, let me just have a quick back and forth with them on it, please.
Ridiculous. So again, that saying that women aren't in construction and trying to use that for an argument like, well, men still build their homes. Yeah, because it's still ran by men, because the patriarchy says that women, you can't have certain jobs. Even if
and what restrictions are put on women right now from going and building houses?
Listen, you cut me off too early. Again, I'll repeat it. Even if on paper it says that women can work there, that doesn't stop something called implicit bias. Like racism, for an example, still exists. It doesn't have to exist on paper. It still exists in society. White people have an implicit bias against black people or against Latino people, whatever.
Why do you think that there would be a bias from people who are running construction crews about hiring women to do construction, do you think?
Because they're misogynistic.
Oh, not because women are much weaker and can't do the job as well?
No, that's not, because actually there was a study done that said that when a construction site is full of men, the likelihood of injury is exceedingly high.
What does that have to do with doing construction?
Stop. When a construction site has both men and women
building,
the construction site, the rate of injuries goes down. They're more productive when both men and women are together.
Are the women building with them in this study? Are the women? Hang on, I just want some clarification. Are the women building with the men in this scenario?
They work on the fucking site.
I see. So then, if that's the case, why wouldn't construction companies who don't want the liability of injury hire more women, since that would up their bottom line?
They're misogynistic.
Because they're misogynistic. So misogyny is going to keep them from making money. Brilliant analysis. So I could have a construction company hire a ton of women at less of a cost than men, because why? Because they can't get a job anywhere else due to misogyny. I could cut their pay significantly, make a shitload of money, and I could keep down the accidents in the workplace, and I'm not doing it because I'm misogynistic. Brilliant analysis, sir. Brilliant.
Premise.
Can I ask a question?
Wait. Let angry men go, and then Pretty ask the question.
The whole premise of your argument, public defender, is crazy, because you're trying to associate what men used to do back in the day. but we're looking at the equivalent of what men do today. Men don't have to build a house today because they buy the damn house. The same way women today don't have to milk cows or slaughter pigs. What are you talking about, bro? You're
I'm
bugging
talking
right
about
now.
you bringing up.
Trying to hold on. We listen to you talk for a minute, bro. First of all, when it comes to construction, when it comes to jobs like that, most women typically don't want to do those type of jobs.
Can't.
Based on what?
Can't. It has absolutely nothing to do with.
I know. Based on what?
Wait.
Based on body temperature regulation.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. They can't. But even with them not being able to do it, many of them choose not to. They don't want to do those
Men
type of
can't
jobs.
do the jobs either. That's why they invented tools.
They can. They not only can, but do. All of them.
Men
They're
can't
all
do
done
the
by.
job
They're
either.
all done by
That's why they
men.
invented
All of them.
tools. Just invent. All right, man. Y'all,
Can we bring it back around?
Jobs are done by men, sure.
Wait. The mental gymnastics that you're doing to try to alleviate or keep women from cooking for men is ridiculous, bro.
Right.
The patriarchy is keeping women out of construction.
So public, you say you don't believe. Hold on, real quick.
The patriarchy.
I got you. I didn't forget.
You say you don't believe in gender roles. So if in masses, men said, you know what, we getting rid of gender roles. If men said, hey ladies, we coming home. We coming to take care of these badass kids. We cooking and cleaning. All you got to do is protect us and go to work full time to take care of the family. Are most women committing to that?
Hell
yes.
Can I
Are most women committed? I'm asking them to ask
that. Don't worry, I got you.
Would most women say we don't believe in gender roles either? We're gonna commit to that. Are most women gonna commit to that?
Yeah, I think most women, if in your hypothetical, I think most women will be fine with that exchange.
Okay, so last two questions. Last two questions. If most women, men said, okay, y'all going on the front line in war now, we're not. Are most women gonna commit to that?
Say what?
Are most women, if most men go, hey, we're switching gender, no more gender roles, y'all going on the front line in war.
So no gender roles means that women would actually be able to run.
Public, can you answer?
No, wait. I just want to.
It's an hypothetical.
I want to make sure that we're having a conversation.
It's my question. I'm asking you. So let me answer it honestly. Then you answer it whether you want to lie or be honest. If men said now we there's no more gender roles, we're putting women primarily in front of the front lines in war. Are women committing to that or no?
Again. Like
can you say yes or no? All I want is yes or no.
No, you can't get a yes or no because I want to make sure that
are women. You don't. I ain't got it. Everybody else heard it. Everybody else heard it.
It's not going to work.
I'm not trying to do no trickery on you.
You are. That's why you won't let me talk.
Okay, what did I trick you?
So again, I just want to make sure that we're understanding this correctly. In this world, gender roles don't exist. The patriarchy doesn't exist, right? So I can assume that women would run the military as well. Like they would. They
not run front line.
Just granted. It won't hurt you a bit.
I'm not running. I'm not.
So I want to make sure that we're all having the same discussion.
You said you don't believe in gender roles. So men in masses, if we all here, we putting women on the front lines. We don't believe in gender roles anymore. Put their behinds in front of the front lines.
You're not listening to my question.
I'm asking you, would you commit?
In that world,
would you say yes or no?
In that world,
okay.
Ali, in that world,
you're creating world. This is what you've been doing the whole show. We went to wiping ass, and you can't answer questions.
I answer all your questions.
No, you didn't.
He's going to try to say that
Okay,
if women
so
run the
let me get in here.
No.
We need to pass the mic.
We are not
pass
moving,
the
no,
mic,
we're
please.
not, no, we're not passing no mic
What
on
do
this show.
Oh,
We're not
oh,
passing
gee,
on the
what?
mic on the show.
Relax,
you can
bro.
mute up till he answers this question.
Relax.
I'm relaxed.
You don't
I'm
need
relaxed.
to do that because the
You're
last
like
time
you've been caping
when other people asked you to pass the mic, you did
no,
not
you're
do
caping-
that.
Hey, pretty. Again, when
And
y'all
you
run
did not
shows,
give them
when
that
y'all run,
energy.
when y'all run, I do give
You
you
did
that, and I
not
gave you
give
the
them
energy
that
last show
energy.
when
No,
you
you
tried
did
that.
There's no need for it. Ali, finish the point, and then Pretty's going to have a mic uninterrupted.
Question: If again in masses, men said, okay, now y'all going to do the 96% of the trades men engage in, are women going to say yes? We'll do 96% of all the trades that make the world go round. Will women say yes to that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to over. I'm not over pursuing. I'm not going to over pursue him. But he's become not only a public offender.
Ali, I got
let me
one
land.
question
You
for
got
Ali.
it. You got it.
No,
You
one
got
second.
one
Pretty has to
question
go.
for Ali.
You have time,
I'm gonna
public.
land.
You have
You're
time.
not only a public.
I'm done. I just want to ask him one question. I want him to answer it.
You're not just being a public offender.
Ali.
I'm landing. I'm going to land before you go.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
you're publicly lying too. So go ahead.
So my question to you, Ali, would be: if you
feels
flipped
like
it around?
this
I'm sorry.
has continued for a long time.
Can we let Pretty talk? And please, public, please, because you've been the center of the attention and you get all the attention. It's fine, right? Because you are the antagonistic kind of the show. But once again, let's be honest about shit. Companies are amoral. they care about profit. If I have 10 men building something and they can build something in one day, I'm not going to get 10 women to build something in 30 days. That's
Okay,
all
so
it is.
let me say
Go
this.
ahead, Pretty. You can answer the question. It's fine. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. You asked a question, Ali. You said, if every single woman said, or if every man said, hey, you know what, I'll protect, I'll provide, I'll do all the things, you head home, let's go ahead and we'll cook, we'll clean, and let's be the perfect women, wear long skirts, long dresses, all the things, right? We'll shut up everything.
I didn't say
Would
that.
women, hold on one second. Would
I
women,
didn't say
would
that.
women
I
stay
didn't
in
say
that
that.
situation? Okay,
That's not my
okay,
argument.
Relax.
That's not my argument.
Relax,
Stop telling
bro.
me relax, Pretty.
No,
I'm
you
relaxed.
do need to relax.
Why you saying,
Your
bro? I
energy is
don't
real
need.
Hey,
extra
Pretty,
cold.
let him clarify his statement.
Yeah, you can't argue something the man didn't say.
Yeah, let him.
Your question then.
One second, please. 1 second. Let him clarify the statement, and then you can answer the question. Clarify the statement.
I'm
Ali. What did you
gonna
say?
say it again. If in masses, men said, "We coming home, baby. We taking care of these badass kids. We cooking and cleaning. All you got to do is protect and provide." Are women in masses committing to that?
Oh, you mean switch the roles completely?
Yes. Yeah, because he don't believe in gender roles. Are women committing to that, Pretty?
No, women wouldn't be with y'all, period.
Because
That's
they
what women are
they
doing
believe
now.
in gender roles. Because y'all believe in
Yeah.
gender roles. They
So let me
benefit
ask
you.
my question. No. So let me ask my question.
So why not? Then why not? Why
So
wouldn't they commit to that?
let me
Pretty,
ask my
why
question.
wouldn't they commit to that?
Women are walking away.
I
Period.
didn't ask you about walking away. Why would
So,
women not
no,
commit to
we
switching
don't
roles?
need to. We don't have to.
Pretty, I'm
We
asking.
don't. Because I'm answering your question.
No, you're not.
We don't have to. That is the answer that y'all hate. We don't have to. The only reason why women needed to be in community with men for centuries was because of this prospect of protection and provision. We were not able to go out and have our own things. Now women do not have to do it. So if you guys decided to switch
Because
roles
of men. Yes. The only reason you have what you're
Let her let the plan, please. It's fine. Let her
Let
land.
me finish talking.
Go ahead, finish
This
your
is
point.
unbelievable. You've been yelling this whole
It's
time.
fine, Pretty. It's fine, Pretty. Let her finish the point, please. Go ahead, Pretty.
We do not have to. And
Yes,
I also
you do.
would like to say, if things were to go back where it was a complete switch, women stayed home, cooked, cleaned, did all the things, the majority of men could not sustain it. Y'all cannot afford it. The majority of men in today's world cannot afford for
We
a
would if
woman
y'all
to
wasn't
stay
working.
at home.
If
for
y'all
a
wasn't
woman-
working, there'd
for
be
a
more
woman
jobs
to
available
stay
for
at
men.
home. You cannot afford for a woman to stay
If
at
y'all
home
wasn't
and
working, there'd
not
be more
bring
jobs
income
available
into the
for men.
household, because 50% of marriages are egalitarian because they require two incomes. We live in a capitalist society. So I think
They
it's real
wouldn't
funny that
if y'all wasn't in the workforce.
I think it's real funny that you're saying, what if we all switch the roles? Let's get real hypothetical. Y'all couldn't do it.
You just contradicted
hold up
yourself.
your
Incorrect.
No, it's not
You
that.
cannot
Incorrect.
hold
Pretty,
up
Pretty.
your
1
end
second,
of the
please. 1 second,
bargain.
friends.
She
1 second,
she said
friends.
they
1
don't
second.
need
Continue
us.
to be
They
interrupted.
walking
I
away
didn't
from
finish
please.
my point ever.
No, Pretty. We're
You
trying
long-
to answer to your point, right? And you can get it afterwards. Angry man is right. Woman flooded the
No, I
market.
didn't ask the question. I'm staying a
No,
statement.
no, you're making the points. Let's have a conversation with each other. I'll pass you the
No, but
microphone immediately.
so I would like
Okay, so before the show, I said let's not go on monologues. And when I having a conversation, I'm just having a conversation with you. Can I pass you the microphone back? I'm just saying your point is irrelevant because women flooded the market, and now there's 8 billion people that possibly can be working. Not 8 billion, but all the adults. The wages went down or stagnated, and now men can afford to actually pay shit. But as soon as women go back home, now the companies have to pay, like, because there are less people actually to work. Now the salary will increase, and now men will be able to take care of their families if there's
That's how
those
you
jobs
think
available.
capitalism works?
But she contradicted
What?
herself. She
That
said
is
they
how
were-
you believe
No,
capitalism
that's literally what happened. What are you talking? That's
So
literally
you
what
believe
happened.
all 4
No,
billion
no, okay.
people
No,
leave
1
the
second.
workforce.
Pretty,
That's what you think is gonna happen.
question for you. Pretty, question for you. Why did the salaries stagnate at the same time as women started to flood the market, the working market? Like, why? What's the reason for that?
Sir, that is not how capitalism works.
No. Teach
And
me.
especially with the consolidation
Pretty.
of wealth to the top 1%.
No, that's
that is
fine,
not
Pretty.
how
We're talking about the
capitalism
average
works.
man. The average man usually, the average man on
that's
the
not how
60s and
capitalism
50s,
works.
Yeah, the average man used to take care of, used to be capable of taking care of his family, right? Why did
Right.
as soon as women flooded the market when it comes to jobs, the salaries either stopped growing or became stagnant, or actually increased below inflation point? Like, what is the reason of these two things coinciding with each other?
Greed.
What?
Why do y'all let women have conversations?
Y'all can stay around.
Enough girl math. Enough girl math.
I don't need to
no.
stay here.
Hold on.
Greed.
You're
literally
bugging.
easily
Hold
proven.
on, real quick.
Brilliant.
I would actually like to just hear her prove it. Just let her prove it.
No, go ahead,
Prove it.
Yeah, they won't though.
Prove
They'll
it.
move to something else.
Did you just submit to that man like that? You've been waiting to talk this whole time.
Obfuscating and proving it. Don't obfuscate and prove it.
Time to move the goalposts again. On 3, fellas. 1, 2, 3. Push.
Stop, Jess. Obfuscating and just prove it.
So you don't have the answer, and now you're going to change to.
Yeah, stop.
And all women do is insult. Why you can't have a real conversation with
You don't want to talk. They stopped talking when I asked them to stop
Hey,
talking.
everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Hey, everybody quiet. Nobody interrupts Pretty. Go ahead, Pretty.
I'll leave it all for that.
Go ahead, Pretty. You have the
microphone.
Ali, Pretty, you have the microphone. Just go ahead and tell us anything. Nobody interrupt her, please. Go ahead. You said 3. Oh, now no?
Prove it. Can't fucking prove it.
No, okay. It's fine.
I've already listed my boundary earlier.
Easily. Okay.
Before you go,
before
you go, I'm gonna ask her a question because she already contradicted herself. She
She's
said
not
that
going.
she said women don't need men anymore. They can get their own things and they're walking away from men. But then she turned right back around and said that women and men need each other to survive. So do women need men to survive or they don't need men to survive? You did. You said we need each other because we can't afford to live by ourselves in today's economy because of capitalism. So do women? Oh, let me finish. Y'all never say what
To
y'all
clarify,
say.
what did you say?
I said you cannot sustain a household, meaning children, 2 adults, a household.
So do we need each other for a household?
To be single.
So do we need each other for a
people can't afford to maintain being single and living alone.
So if you want to,
But what happened to the whole her proving this though? Can we get back to that?
Yeah.
Can you prove? You said that it's due to greed. You said it's due to greed. You said it's due to greed. Yeah, see the obfuscation here? Just actually hold her feet to the fire and demand she prove it.
Let's move.
They won't do it, Andrew. I'm
not willing to back off until you prove your point. You said that you could prove that we just stagnated due to greed. Prove it.
Finish your point.
Let's move.
Now suddenly you want him to finish his point? Answer the fucking question, lady.
Let's move. Let's move the conversation. We already
Don't say a word till she answers.
Andrew.
You think this is your show? Y'all gonna show him? Y'all gonna show him?
Hey, please. Either you guys want to talk or you guys don't want to talk. Then you have to choose one. It can be I don't want to talk, and then okay.
I want to talk.
This man said we're not moving on.
Look, we deserve an answer.
Pretty intellectual. Do you think the greed initially stemmed from even putting women in the workforce to begin with? Because originally women, were pretty simple and worked part-time jobs. But would you say that tax-wise, now we get taxed to a high degree and so on? Would you think that comes from the greed stemming? And if that's the case, then essentially putting women in the workforce kind of runs us down that path of why we need women back at home, right? It's the tax stuff.
Aren't you feeding greedy capitalists, Preeti?
And I was just about to answer her question too.
Go ahead, answer Sarah's
I can answer
question.
her question.
Yes.
Sarah.
Smoky man, bad.
Yes.
Andrew, go
I
ahead.
think he's upset he's not getting attention.
Go ahead,
I think that you just need to answer the original question. Why won't you just make her answer? Answer the question.
Stop crying. I'm gonna drink your tears.
You mute yourself and refuse to speak to me and then say, I'm crying, lady? Give me a fucking break. Answer my fucking question, you dense fucking idiot. Answer the question. Answer the fucking question.
You beat my ass 10 times, nigga. I'm gonna get back up. But I promise you, nigga, when the opportunity present itself again, nigga, I'm gonna shine, nigga. In a real way, nigga.
All right.
We are going to pass you the microphone.
I'll see you guys. I didn't realize you were going to break your policy of muting, which I got in writing.
You guys are YouTubers. If you click on the video, it means
the agreement. I got the agreement, bro.
No, StreamYard works.
Got the agreement.
Ali, stop. When Sarah plays the motherfucking girls on the RCs with the asses popping out, does he mute everybody, Andrew? You know this mutes everybody. What are you talking about? Like, what are you?
What was the agreement? What was the agreement? What was the fucking agreement?
Andrew,
I think essentially, if we just allow, oh, sorry.
Andrew,
Here, I'll read it for you.
No, Andrew, can you listen real quick, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
Andrew, you press Andrew right now. If we press the button,
it's everybody. He knows that. Come on,
what is this exactly? Y'all know every time we play a video, it mutes everybody. It's not everybody.
No.
He knows it. He knows it.
You're playing the video to mute people. There's the difference.
But it's because the conversation.
And by the way, Pretty still hasn't answered the fucking question.
So I will say, hey, Pretty, are you willing to answer the question or not? I will give you the chance to do it. Okay, let me put the one who wants to be a millionaire.
She can't answer the question.
So I'll just
are you willing to answer the question?
The question
yes
is this:
or no?
Sarah's question or Andrew?
Mine.
No, what? Okay, let's go with Andrew. Are you willing to answer Andrew?
Are you willing to answer my actual question that I asked you?
She don't want to answer it. Stop fucking.
No, she won't do it.
Look, this goes back.
People won't participate in a panel.
This goes back. Look, this goes back to the can a woman cook?
Coercion is crazy on this fucking live right now.
She won't answer the question. She can't
Hey,
answer
can you
the
guys
question.
stop talking, please? Hey, I'll say this respectfully. Like y'all are kind of abusing the shit right now. We are small content creators trying to make it just like everybody else. The fact that you have respect every time I see you go to other places, and now nobody wants to toe the line, nobody wants to have the conversation, everybody's interrupting, everybody what?
I've been the most respectful person on the panel. What do you mean?
No, you haven't, because
I barely said a word this whole time, bro.
Absolutely, Andrew. I don't even know. Like, if you talk right now, I couldn't recognize your voice. I don't even know that, right?
Yeah, barely said a word. And the thing is, all I'm asking as a participant in the panel with other participants in the panel, I had a question. I want the question actually answered. If the person refuses, if a person refuses to engage with other panelists, why are they on the fucking panel?
Yeah. So what do? I get on the plane. I go to the United States. I track Pretty. I grab her by the leg. I put a microphone on her face. I say, "Let's do the question." What can I do? Me and Ali, we are not the same room.
You can make her answer the question or get off the fucking panel so that we can participate in the conversation.
I will say,
if you have participants who won't participate, why are you having a panel? Who am I supposed to argue with? Myself? Hey, Andrew, I think that's a bad idea. Yes, Andrew, I think that's a good idea. Andrew, what about tell her to answer the fucking question? Answer the question, lady. Daddy, answer the question, you stupid broad. Answer it.
I'm answering the question.
Answer the question, bro.
I'm answering the question, you alcoholic. We are going to move the.
Stop simping, fatty. Make her answer the question.
Stop. I'll repeat it. No. Nobody interrupt me. Nobody interrupt me. I will. She said no. No means no. We respect here. Okay. Her body, her choice.
She said she's not going to answer a question and means no, huh, fatty?
Yes, sir. I can't. I don't want to go to jail.
Well,
no means no. Let's move on. Okay. Let me get Sarah. Sarah and Tommy involved, and Andrew have the chance to ask questions again, please. Once again, go ahead, please, Sarah and Tommy, and then Andrew is going to have the opportunity to keep going strong. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, for Pretty, in terms of her thought process, would it be more greedy in essence for women to kind of have their cake and eat it too with all of this? We get to work, we get to be have husbands also providing, and then we still get all of these pieces, but then we're still demanding that men do more upon that. Would there still be greed involved? I'm trying to get back to your greed concept, and I'm just not understanding it.
Yeah, when I spoke about greed, I'm speaking about capital greed, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you speak about a woman being greedy because a woman decides that she is working, she's providing for herself, which is those are the things the patriarchy promised us, right? Provision and protection. She's working, she's providing. She has a pew pew and an alarm system at her house. She's protecting herself. She's deciding when to go out. She's deciding when to come back, protecting herself, right? She has people around her, whether it be a community of other women, her family, who she loves, she trusts, protection. If she decides to engage with a man, she is now equipped to bargain for exactly what she wants from that man, and she does not have to settle because of the guise of protection and provision. So that's not protection. That's just called good asset management.
Well, why does she need a
It's
man
not
then?
called greed. It's called good asset management. That's what it is.
Right, but why does she need a man then? If she's got everything she needs,
Because
like
she's a
what's the point?
heterosexual woman. She likes men.
Okay, but she can protect herself. She can provide herself, so she doesn't really need a man in the picture, then, right?
If she's heterosexual and she enjoys being with men, that's why she would want him there.
Go ahead, Tom.
This is what's that right there is the problem with the world right there. What she just said, that we will sit here and even let that fly.
Go ahead, Tommy. I don't understand what was supposed to let fly. I didn't get it. I was distracted.
I said the fact that what she just said right there is the problem with the world.
Can you elaborate on that?
Meaning, she's still going to have to call it. She's going to need a man to protect at some point, some way, form, or fashion. I mean, it's just crazy just to sit here and hear her say that a woman don't need a man.
So, Tommy, do you want to add anything to the conversation before we move to something that Master Teacher actually? We're talking about average man having options. Okay.
Yeah, can I weigh in on this last topic real quick, Fatty?
Absolutely. Let me Tommy go, and then you wrap it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, simple. I was listening to some of the things that were being said, and it was a lot of ridiculousness being said. One, about sexism being the thing that's going to stop people from hiring the right people. There's a reason why these Mexicans who whites are racist against still get jobs over regular people, because they're cheaper. There's a reason why, no matter how racist whites were, they sure did put a lot of black folks in basketball. They white sons get to watch the team, and the team is full of black men, and they know they're not going to be able to grow up to be one of those NBA players, no matter how good they think they are, because the percentages are low. Because even though the racist owner, like the Clippers owner, was very racist, he had none but niggas on the team. Why? Because it was more profitable for him. So for an idiot to sit up here and say, oh, well, they don't want women on the job because they're sexist. If it was a bunch of women that were on that job, that were doing that job cheaper than men, they'd let them do it. Guaranteed. Now, then
That's
you
how they have jobs in the first place, right?
Right. Like, it doesn't make sense. But we got to listen to somebody lie, and we had to listen to somebody else tell another lie about men and how, well, women today don't need men. And my man, Angry Man, had alluded to it, but she didn't hear it and probably won't understand it, because she believes that the free market works off of not free market, but the hiring practice is what they were talking about. Capitalism was just greed. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so I just wanted to weigh in real quick. So Pretty, earlier, you were asked this question by Fatty. He said, can you explain why it is that when women entered into the workforce, the wages between men and women stagnated? And you said due to greed. And he said, can you prove that? And then you just kind of shut down. And after you said you could, and refused to answer to that question. So right now, during my time, I'd like to graciously give you the floor so that you can prove to us that it was due to greed that wages stagnated. Can you actually do that, Pretty, or are you just going to sit there and shut your mouth like a good woman?
Although you took my time, but you know, if we're being mentally and
perfect. You're just going to shut your mouth like a good woman. Perfect.
On this panel, but that's beautiful. I'm enjoying myself.
Again, I'll finish with my time then. The second thing I wanted to point out was when Angry Man had said, hey, look, the only reason that women are able to do what they're doing right now is because of men. Right now, if men took their hands off and said, we're not going to help women got to defend themselves, you'd be right back to where you were. It wouldn't take them but 2 seconds. If men didn't stop women, other men from graping women, women would still be getting raped in large numbers. If men didn't stop other men from beating their wives, because it ain't no women stopping men from beating their wives. So when someone sits there and pretends that, oh, well, right now what we're doing is we got it better and we're stopping. No, it's still men. Y'all need men. Even now, you need men to allow you to be able to do what it is you're doing. Because if it wasn't acceptable, you wouldn't be able to do it. You don't have an army, you don't have a force, you don't have a nation, you have nothing to enforce what it is that you're talking about.
So wouldn't the answer to your question be not that they need women, not that they need men, but they need men to leave them the fuck alone? You just said it right now. You just said, oh, men, we need to stop men.
Yeah, just like black.
So sound like men is the fucking problem.
Sir, yeah, a lot of that is that is the nature. Oh, sir, that is the nature of the animal kingdom. Is it not?
Sir, no.
Is it not?
No.
How is it not? People take over each other's land all the time. Do they not?
You consider yourself to be on the same level as an animal?
Yes. Hold on. Yes, that's why wars are being fought.
Meat, bones, fur, everything. No, you don't.
That is why wars are being fought.
I kind of wanted to bring it back
grew up around a bunch of women. You say a question and then don't want the answer. I ain't never said a question to somebody and then kept talking. Only hoes do that. If I say, what's 5 plus 5? I'm not going to be like, because if you don't know 5 plus 5 and keep talking, stop and let a nigga answer the question.
It's called a rhetorical question, you dipshit.
No, it shouldn't be called a rhetorical question because I got an
you
answer
a whole
for
ass
it.
nigga. Who you calling
Can
a hoe?
I try to bring it back around, if I may?
I'm a hoe and you broke.
You a hoe.
Oh, okay.
And you broke.
I kind of wanted to bring it back to the actual point of the whole topic of
I'm broke.
You a fan.
Pretty
Go ahead, Sarah.
I'm broke.
Thank you.
Like you, nigga.
Pretty
Please,
intellectual.
let's get Sarah, please.
Sorry, I wanted to bring it back around, and I was trying to make a point, but then I gotta let it go. But Pretty Intellectual said that we
I'm
can
broke.
provide
Send me
for
super
ourselves.
chats. I'm broke.
We can protect ourselves. We can provide for ourselves. All these things. So essentially, like it comes down to just having good company of a man. If that is the case, then why are men actually having an issue dating? If they don't have to provide for her, if they don't have to protect her, and they just have to be good company, then I bring the whole thing back around. Why are men having such a problem getting a date if all of those other standards don't need to be necessarily met?
So it's what I said earlier, right? Where I literally said the question was asked, do men have options in the dating market? And my answer was clear. Yes, I do believe that they do. I believe if they focus on having a good personality, being a decent person, being enjoyable to be around, then yes. What's happening right now is a lot of men are unfortunately radicalized because they can't keep up with the patriarchy. They can't keep up with inflation. They can't keep up. They're radicalized because they're crushing. And so when you bring that level of aggression and you believe if you somehow have made it from under that boulder, that is all that you need to bring to the table, i.e. I finally made it. I have my protection. I have my provision. And you forget a personality. That is why people do not want to be around you. This is not rocket science, right? This is nature. People are attracted to, a lot of people are sapio. People are attracted to people they enjoy being around. And
So
a lot of
let me answer
So the thing that she just said, first of all, women have been radicalized since suffrage, since feminism. What you're seeing right now with the men is a response to your radicalization. So to try to project that onto us is absolutely ridiculous. And the men are not behaving the way they're behaving right now because they can't keep up. They're behaving the way they're behaving because you broke the social contract, which is where that term, what do you bring to the table, comes from. Y'all get up here and y'all use it and misuse it all the time. A dude came up with that term where he basically said, okay, if the men stop doing what we're supposed to do, finally maybe the women will get a clue and then come back to the negotiating table, and then we can actually get this thing back on track. You guys started the bullshit when you walked away from your duties and your responsibilities, and the men are simply responding to it. But to try to act like we're radicalized because of that is absolutely ridiculous.
Women are not radicalized. Women are still actively voting against their best interest often. Women are not radicalized. Women are voting against their best interest in order to maintain proximity to men. Women are still very much male-centered, right? And there's a small sector of women who are stating that they don't want to participate in it anymore.
So what are women voting on that's against their best self-interest?
Participate. There are plenty of women who still want to participate. Sir, I let you
Let her land, angry man. Let her land real quick.
I let you land.
Let her land, angry man, real quick. Let her land, please.
Why are you doing that? I know that you don't like for women to finish.
Go ahead,
Anyway,
please.
no.
Oh my God! Again. No, let her finish her point. No, let her finish her point.
Like you were finished.
It did sound like she was finished.
Go ahead, sweetie, finish your point.
You tried to drag out your response like you had
more
more to say.
Amazing.
All you were going to do is repeat what you said. That's all you were going to do.
No, I wasn't going to repeat.
Instead of being on the panel,
there's no reason for having a conversation about the conversation. Please let her finish your point, and you get the microphone up.
No, because I got to point this out.
What can be like? Let her finish, and then you can answer.
I gotta point it out, bro. I gotta point it out because she's being super toxic. I gotta point it out.
So I think it's funny.
She's accusing Ali.
I think
She's
it's funny
Ali of submitting to Andrew.
I think it's
but
funny
then
that women are
accused. She wants every man on here to
radicalized
submit
when you
to her.
have experienced like two crash outs so far on this panel. Even
She
this
wants
panel
every
alone.
man on here to
I think y'all should be. I think y'all should keep talking over each other. I think that's great.
Is giving radical man energy. So it's funny that we're the ones.
Give a fuck what you think is.
So anyways, so we're. Oh my gosh, angry man,
You couldn't even answer Andrew's question.
Calm down.
Can I play this video now? Can I play this video now?
No, can I finish talking or no? It is.
Do you ever finish talking?
You were finished talking.
Can I play the video now? Can I play the video now?
I'm ordering alcohol.
Okay, now go ahead, sweetie. Finish your point. An angry man can rebuttal. Go ahead.
So yeah, women are still largely voting against their best interests. Women are still desiring partnership. It's just the problem is that y'all are undesirable. There are women who are even out there saying they want to be 304s, but y'all are so absolutely exhausting that they're forced to not be 304s because of how exhausting you are.
Oh.
When women are out here, when you're talking about being radicalized, that would mean you would be doing something that is a detriment to society. Last time I checked, it was the red pill. It was red pill and incels that are a detriment, that are radical, that are on the FBI.
You don't know what the fuck red pill is.
That would be red pill.
You don't even know what red pill is.
That would not be feminism.
Fatty, is she ever going to be finished?
She's done.
You can go ahead and rebuttal without her interrupting, please. And then I want to talk too.
Okay, so when you want to say that women aren't radicalized, tell that to the millions of babies that you've killed since Roe v. Wade. What are you talking about? Y'all literally in our community, you kill 1,000 per day. That's literally more people. That's more people that have died than slavery and all of the damn wars put together. But you're not radicalized. You've lost your rabbit ass mind.
So let me say this real quick, right? So pretty. There's two things, right? There's two things. Incels don't do nothing. The incels don't do nothing to y'all. Y'all complain about the guys that fuck you and dump you. Y'all complain the guys that put babies on y'all and leave. Y'all complain the guys that lie to y'all. If incels don't have access to women, they are not hurting you at all. You are complaining about the guys that are fucking everybody, not the guys that don't get no play. That's the first one. The second one is personality. Imagine me and Ali, we are good friends talking to each other, and Ali says this to me, right? My woman is a good cook. She's a good wife. She takes care of the kids. She fucks well. She does everything good. But bro, I'm going to leave her because she has no personality. I would fight him. That's ridiculous. If his woman was everything a good wife and a good mother does, and he was judging her by such a superficial thing as personality, if she's doing her job, you have to keep her. Like, it's not, most women don't have no personality. Let's be honest. Y'all not funny. Y'all not interesting. Y'all talk about superficial things. That's the reality. And we don't marry you because of your personality. We marry you because we like you, right? So, but basing an assessment of a man that might be competent, they might be reliable, they might be, did I freeze?
Yeah, but
No.
only for a
As-
split second. Go ahead.
Like basing your assessment of a man that might be respectable, honest, reliable, be a good father, a good husband, a good provider, and say, we don't like you because of your personality, is exactly the reason why we are on the situation we are. Because y'all want a comedian that goes from power. He's a CEO that is a white collar job, and then he's a gangster at night, and he reads poets, and he plays the piano. Like, man can be everything. You pick 2 or 3 things that you value the most, and we go from there. So if making you laugh and having personality is one of the most important things for you, you are going, not you, but women in general, are going to run to the men that they complain about, that have all these personality traits and charisma and all that, but at the end of the day, they don't do what the average man does, which is stay with you, right?
So you
So
upset that that man isn't you, or
what was the question? That man was what?
are you mad that you're not that guy?
No, I'm hilarious.
Okay, but I don't think so though. So you're stating that women
You don't
don't
think I'm
have,
hilarious?
women aren't funny, they don't have sense
No.
of humor.
You don't think I'm hilarious?
Really, and you really don't acknowledge sense of humor from women who think you're funny.
Angry man, you have echo again, I think.
So here's
I'm hilarious.
Here's the thing. I think it's really funny.
I was muted. It's not me.
I'm gonna point something out. I think it's really funny that 2 men now on this panel have been wildly disrespectful.
You said that wasn't hilarious.
And every single
the rip.
Pretty, talk to me. You were talking pretty. You were talking pretty. You were talking to me.
Not about to do
You
that.
were literally talking to me.
Finish talking.
You're not about to do it. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Everybody stop. Everybody stop real quick. Hey, pretty. We talked about this before. You're not about to come on a
So
show.
you're not about
pretty. Hey, pretty.
You're pointing at.
I'm gonna tell you the last time.
I'm not gonna. Don't do it.
No, you know, Ali, 1 second. Ali, 1 second. Ali, 1 second. No, Ali, 1 second. Ali, 1 second. 1 second. Pretty, you are a princess, okay? Finish your statement and diverge the conversation again. You're talking to me, you diverge to Angry Man. You're talking to Angry Man, you diverge to Ali. You talk with Ali, you diverge to other person. Why am I talking with you, and every time somebody addresses you on the panel, you diverge to the next person to the side? Talk to me. I wasn't funny. I wasn't hilarious. What's your point?
Speaking directly to you.
So, okay, go ahead. What's the point?
Because these men are angry and upset that women do not want to be around them.
All of them are married. Ali is a woman, Angry Man is a woman, Andrew is a woman, but like Master Teacher is a woman. Like everybody has a woman.
You're not gonna let me finish my point then?
Okay, finish your point, but please.
No, you know what? It's okay. You're fine. You're fine, darling. Go ahead.
Pretty. Do you think?
No, it's okay. Sarah, we don't need to do this.
No, pretty. But this is what we're talking about, right? You make statements, and then we ask
And then you
why.
don't let me finish, so I can't finish my statement.
I'm talking, Fatty. I'm talking. Listen, when we go on your show, you have your whole entire show was about talking about men and bashing men. We don't play victim on your show. If you're gonna be on our show, participate the right way. Stop playing victim. We don't get to play victim on your show.
Who the hell is
Don't
playing
come
victim?
Pretty. If you do it, hey, Fatty, I'm telling you now, hey, pretty. If you're gonna continue, you just off the show forever. I'm telling you straight up. You're not gonna play victim on the show. We don't play victim on your show. Y'all extremely disrespectful on your show. Public, you know how y'all women be. Y'all call us grapists. Y'all say we the worst men. Y'all bash us. We don't play victim on your show. We engage we participate in the conversation, and we say what we have to say. We don't play victim. So come play. If you can't play right, then don't come. That's it at this time. We're not doing a victim. This ain't the victim show today.
So you're
Are you gonna no, I'm gonna ask you because I'm asking Fatty to chill. If y'all not gonna participate in the conversation, we will permanently not ask you to come anymore. If you fine with that, that's cool. If you're gonna play victim, don't participate.
I think it's hilarious that
I'm asking you, are you going to participate?
Hilarious that Andrew is just whining and complaining about a contract, and he's still sitting here.
Okay. You next. Are you going to participate, or you going with her? That's it.
Oh,
man.
I could leave. You ain't got to threaten me.
You can leave too. Bye. You can leave too. See you later, alligator, man. After wild crocodile. And that's the crazy thing. That's what they do. And this is the main thing too. Hold on, my whole computer acting up. Hold on real quick, y'all, because I done lost y'all now.
Oh, we can see.
I'd love to speak here.
No.
Go ahead, y'all.
Who's that? Okay, listen. I got to say this. I know Andrew kept using the word obfuscate, and that is a bit what the women or that woman was doing. And it is sad that when you ask a person, because if you're having a conversation with someone, you should want them to understand what you're saying. So if in part of what you're saying, I say, can you elaborate? I shouldn't say, no, let me finish. I wouldn't mind elaborating, because why would I want to finish?
I'm sorry. Hey, Fatty, please end his live too. Please end his live too. In public defender live too.
Go ahead, Tommy.